Today we have two unbeatable Town Hall 17 War Bases before Town Hall 18 drops. Both are built to counter the current meta, built by Nemesis. So taking a look here at base number 1, we've got this Town Hall down towards the bottom side of the base, isolated. We got it heavily trapped around the top side of the base. We got the red air bomb traps on the right side. Great fire spitter coverage up towards the main part of the base. Nicely spread out defenses, sweepers pointing to the bottom side of the base. Let's jump into a couple of replays and see how this base holds up. And here we go with the first replay. It is going to be a Royal Champion charge to kick things off. And as always, if you guys want to give these bases a try for yourself, the links will be down in the description below. If you give them a try, leave us a comment, let us know how they hold up for you. Got an invis on the left side trying to redirect the Royal Champion. Another invis as she makes her way into the multi-archer tower, moving up towards the top side of the base. Next invis is down. Down goes the archer tower. Another invis coming in. Trying to move through quick. Of course, he does not have the Fox. You don't usually see a whole lot of these charges with the Phoenix. Didn't really get a whole lot of value here, but he did set up some nice pathing. He's going to send in some super barbs from the left side. And there we go. We got that Barbarian King with the brand new skin on. The King's going to go left. Don't know if that was really part of the plan here. We'll see where the rest of the army is going to go in. There's the Root Riders. We got the Ice Golems in the mix. Healers are coming in, and it's full send from that right side of the base. All right, Roots will start pushing their way in towards the middle, into that Town Hall area. King's going to pop his ability. Boats and balls, shaking things up, taking the Town Hall down. There we go. It's looking good so far. Roots are still pushing their way into the core of the base. We got the defensive CC coming out. Pops that Warden's ability. We still have the Barrel of Monkeys troop launcher, throwing those troops into the core of the base. Those two Ice Golems on the outside edge, not really helping out a whole lot. Maybe they'll help out here on the back end of the base as the Root Riders continue to push their way in. We got that Gear Tower on the backside. We got the Scatter Shot, the Expos. So much damage still left on the base, and we haven't even gotten to the top side with the defending King, Prince, Crusher Mortar. Still so much to get through. The Queen's going to make her way up there. She's got the Root Riders with her. The troops are making their way in, but there's going to be a lot of trouble up here, and they are starting to thin out. The Prince does go down, but this one's going to be a defense. Let's move on to the next replay. And here we go with replay number 2. We got the Royal Champion moving in from the left. It is going to be another RC charge into Root Riders. Here we go, moving up towards the mortar. We'll see if he redirects with an invis or not. Okay, she does go straight back in. It's a little surprised she didn't go for that other mortar after that invis, but she'll move in, take out the Expo. The Fox did die, move in for the Scatter Shot. It's got to go to back-to-back invis here, of course, to get these down, but oof, that was a little bit of a misplay there. The Scatter Shot stays alive. The RC moves off to the right, pops her ability. Hog Puppet going off. She's still continuing through. Another invis is going to go with a recall. There as the super minions come out of the defensive clan castle. Giant arrow from the bottom side of the base, and here we go. It's got the Giant coming out. We got the Root Riders from the left with some Yetis. Warden is in, full send from the left. We'll see how far the troops make it this time. And again, we're leaving that incredibly nasty top side of the base for the back end, and I think that's going to cause a lot of trouble. That's why people have such a hard time with this base. That back end is just so incredibly stacked, but people are super focused on this Town Hall area, so it really works out for the best. There's an overgrowth on the right side of the base. We got the Roots still moving through the base. The Town Hall is going to go down shortly. Moving through the multi-Inferno Towers. There goes that Town Hall, secured perfectly. Healers are doing a nice job trying to keep everything topped off. There's the Warden ability as well. All right, we got Root Riders moving up towards the top. Still have Roots moving through the core as well. We got the Crusher Mortar popping off. We still have a lot of troops on the right side of the base. The overgrowth does wear off. So now we got a bunch of defenses on the right side and on the top side of the base to get through. And the army has split up significantly. Giga Bomb's about to go off. The Giant Bombs are going off on the top side. All the troops at the top side of the base are going down. The Warden's going to be up there by himself. Got a few troops on the bottom side of the base, but not a whole lot left. Looks like it's going to be just an easy and a Root Rider and some healers down there. So pretty much everything has fizzled out. This will be another defense. Let's move on to base number 2. And here we go with the base number 2. As you can see, we've got the traps to the left and to the top side of the base. And then we got that Town Hall off to the right. We do have the Gear Tower, the Crusher Mortar, and Giga Bomb all over here. We got these spring traps set up to try to catch that Royal Champion if she charges in from there. We got the Red Air Bomb farm for the healers on the top side of the base. We got a couple of replays. Let's take a look and see how this base holds up. And here we go with the first replay. We got the Royal Champion charge from the bottom side of the base. It'll be a Spirit Walk into Root Riders. Let's see how this one shapes up. The RC moving in through the Expo, pops the ability. The haste to get a Baker go quickly. Next invis is down. Multi-Archer Tower drops, Sweeper drops. And let's see how far in she's going to make it. There we go. We're starting to hit these traps. Double Giant Bomb gets some damage onto the RC and the Fox. Just kidding. The Fox already died earlier. I thought it was still there. All right, that explains the back-to-back invis. There's the recall. All right, let's see where he's going to funnel next. Looks like he's going to go in the right corner, which makes sense. Giant Arrow Siege Barracks sets the funnel very quickly. King from the bottom, and then it's going to be full send from that bottom right side of the base. We do have the Giga Bomb there that's going to get a bunch of damage on these troops. He did stick some healers. Actually, that might have been the healer puppet on the Queen. All right, there we go. Everything's moving in. He does have a heal spell. I don't think he has any actual healers to put on the Root Riders, which is highly unusual for a Root Rider attack. But let's see how far they go. There's the Warden's ability, so they get some healing out of the Healing Tome. They'll continue pushing their way into the core now that the Town Hall has dropped. We got the Fire Spitter fired away. Both multis, both ricochet cannons are popping off. And then everything freezing up for these defensive CC troops on the bottom side of the base. These Ice Golems putting in work. There's the heal spell as they make their way in. But look how early he's using that heal spell. He still has so much base left to go, and he's already using up all of his healing. All right, we'll see how it pays out. I think the Queen has already gone down on the top side of the base. The Roots are still pushing through the base. We still have a lot of troops here, but now we got the Minion Prince. We got the Monolith firing away. The Monolith will go down here shortly. We still have the Fire Spitter. We still have the Expo. The other Expo's distracted on the top side of the base, at least for now, but now it's going to change targets and fire downwards. The Spiky Ball takes it out. Scattershot's still firing away, but the army has vanished like a magic trick. Now you see it, now you don't. This will be a defense. Let's move on to one final replay. And here we go with the final replay of the video. We've got the Queen moving in. Popped her ability right away as well to get the Giant Arrow out and get the Healer Puppet onto the Queen Siege Barracks from the right corner. And the Root Riders are in. Here we go, full sending it from that bottom or right side. All right, let's see how it goes. Going right into that Town Hall. Crusher Mortars popping off. Lots of damage onto these troops. At least this time around, we do get some healers onto the troops as they make their way in. Got the Super Minions on defense, and he's getting the poison onto them. They're not really going to do a whole lot. Super Minions, not the most meta defensive CC, but there we go. Got the Root Riders pushing out. They're actually going around the Overgrowth on the top side of the base instead of going through the middle of the base. That dead space kind of pushed them to the wrong side. All right, we'll see how they do. We got more Valkyries moving out from the Siege Barracks. Pops the King's ability. It's going to open up the core of the Monolith. Is it going to go down? The King is trying, and it does go down. All right. We still got a bunch of Root Riders to the top side of the base, but they skipped the Fire Spitter because the Overgrowth was there. The Valkyries will move in and try to get that taken down. But the army is slowly but surely fizzling away. The Root Riders are gone. The Valkyries are doing what they can. The Royal Champion is low. She's going to go down here shortly. We do have another Overgrowth on the bottom side of the base, but once it wears off, there's going to be a lot of damage onto these troops. And there we go. We got that Tornado. We got the Prince. We got too much for these troops to handle. It'll be another nice defense. Be sure to check out the WBB socials on screen. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.